significant amount of time. All right, well, it looks like they're going to start anyway.
Yeah, you're totally right. Like Hamaru, amazing backstep. He has great range. He's going to be doing a lot of things like his 6-6B is a great whiff punish tool. You can Ronin cancel that if you want on block for a huge plus frame advantage. Definitely going to be a cool matchup because you have a character specialist in Florida Man versus Master CJ, who is definitely a solid North American Amy player.
Yeah, absolutely. And it is also important to note that because he doesn't have a lot of experience with it, CJ is potentially going to have a very difficult time trying to corral Haomaru in a way that makes Amy have the ability to play the game. But if he does get comfortable with it, then it's going to become significantly easier because there's a lot of situations where Amy is going to be able to punish where other characters wouldn't be able to, and there's going to be a lot of places where he can use his tech crouches to get away from Hao's horizontal control.
Yeah, definitely going in for the mix-up with the parries, though. Is he going to get the ring out? Yep. Oh, he does. That was a great conversion off CJ. Only 2 red roses first round, but that's
if you got the round, it doesn't matter, yeah.
Yeah, two reds and a win. Definitely take that.
Got the tech trap as well. So it is important to note that I would say that CJ is the best Amy that I can think of that really has a full control over Amy's ring out potential. It's not a lot of people who are able to do that kind of thing, myself included. And that's not going to be a ring out for him.
No, went for the knockdown. That's a decent OT situation.
And that's a ring out.
Yeah,
fantastic with the mid parry K. You don't normally see that kind of thing.
No, you definitely don't. You only see just like AK.
Yeah, which is what he would want to do if he were to get the roses. Is he going to finish this with no roses? Gee whiz.
The Giga Chad.
Who goes for the 9-14 punish.
Yeah, gets a Ronin cancel, backing away with a Horomaru backstep, but great punish from CJ.
It could have been if he had gotten his 4th rose, but unfortunately, something tells me he wasn't 100% because, that uppercut changes in terms of its punishability, depending on whether he has rage or not. It can be a little bit uncomfortable to deal with.
Well, it's always the same, negative frame, but it depends on, how he recovers, actually.
Yeah. Wow, this first game is going to go by real quick.
Yes, now in rage, that uppercut you were talking about, it recovers quote-unquote low now. Not crouching, just low.
It's important. Wow. Florida Man didn't even get to use any meter. No rage stuff at all. No rage explosion. I mean, I guess that's what happens when you have double ring out, right?
Yeah, CJ showed some decent matchup knowledge, right? He blocked the 2-2 AA when Florida Man went for it. And I think Florida Man, he had good movement in terms of creating whiff opportunities, but he didn't capitalize a ton. And wasn't always going for that, right? You see how he wouldn't capitalize, then CJ manages to get in when Florida Man doesn't get that full whiff punish opportunity.
CJ is also doing Omega XCM, thanks for the follow. Wow, it's weird that you weren't following before. But CJ is also doing a lot better job than some other Amy players, me included, at not necessarily forcing the chase on Haomaru, providing Hao the whiff punish opportunities.
Nice.
Rather than doing stuff like 6BB to try and chase down Haomaru, he's just going with 4B plus K, throw out a white rose, and then that's
Samurai
it.
Yeah, definitely. In the house. I like how CJ is delaying his timing as well, catching Florida Man on counter hit. We saw it earlier with a 3B, delayed it slightly.
Whoa, hey.
Yeah, speaking of delays, gets that uppercut delay. Yeah, that's one way to do it.
Lots of AMS grabs is definitely a good idea too, putting yourself at frame advantage. Yeah, just kind of stuffing out the kind of stuff that you see from Haomaru. One thing that is very frustrating to deal with when you're fighting against Hao online, typical online, is the fact that 6B is just an unstoppable force. You can't forward step and block it, you can't sidestep it, it's just absurd. But on PARSEC, presumably, you're gonna have something that's gonna allow you to deal with that a lot better.
Let's see how Florida Man adapts with that as well. If he's gonna go into 6B into stance, just to mix up his timing, but CJ doesn't care.
Tried to go into raw stance, yeah.
Yeah.
I actually do respect Raw Warrior's focus. I think it's a good idea. He just had the absolute worst timing possible. Is the real main issue.
He hasn't really enforced any sort of mental frame advantage to get that on CJ quite yet.
That's the first time that we've gotten to see some of those cancels. Okay, so he decides to spend bar. At least he's spending bar. Shout out to Maryland. I wonder if
solid amount of damage
try to go for White Rose as well.
Get the Red Rose perception going with the 4AA, still doing a sizable amount of damage when it's not in low life.
Okay, good. Alright, decides to spend bar here. Is he going to check to see? Okay, so Florida Man knows how to deal with that situation where you could stay on the ground and not get hit by the lethal hit, the Soul Charge Flow Parry K lethal hit, but you could also tech to the side and you'll be A-okay. I appreciate that he's being aggressive there. Even though that's a break attack on Hao's side, it's not actually that strong a frame advantage. Yeah, see.
Run counter.
He's
trying to move.
Yeah,
that's
100% of like where Amy just clobbers Hao in this matchup.
Yeah, I think that Florida Man may need to start going for a little bit harder callouts on those slight negative frame situations. Like he kept himself safe by going for that mid there, but he immediately moved backwards when his back was to the edge, so he had nowhere to go. And then he gets 6 BB'd from Master CJ, and I think in those situations, you need to take either if you're going to do an option, take a little bit more of a gamble other than just movement.
Wait, did they get this as a random stage again?
Yeah.
If they wanted to pick a different stage, I'd be fine with it, but it looks like they're going to go at it anyway. I think maybe one thing that Florida Man's having a tough time with is that he's used to Amy players going at him the whole time, when in reality, CJ is one of the few defensive Amy players. And so he's not getting the same whip punish opportunities. Ooh, back escape. That would have been a ring out had he gotten it. Ooh, that was a tech crouch at the end? That's crazy. Oh, no.
Oh, wow.
Oh, he didn't get it. Oh.
Yeah, you have to pay attention when Amy's back turn to you, because her back turn B+K is one of the best ones in the entire game. It is incredibly fast, tracks like crazy. Super tech jumps.
Oh, nice kick. Man, Florida Man is just not having a day of it at the moment. Twice a day with the $10 donation. That pays for the stream. Thanks very much, Twice a Day, and thanks for playing in the last week's PARSEC exhibition.
Yeah, you got this.
Took me a long time to get that.
Nice timing from CJ. Gets the counter hit on the 4AA. His timing has just been impeccable in this matchup.
Very awkward, very defensive. Florida Man does not look comfortable at all trying to deal with this.
No, it spends a lethal hit. There's a huge chunk of damage, and he needed that to pretty much end this around. I
thought that was going to be a 1. Looks like CJ did too. No RI. Yeah. Oh, he didn't have the meter. He got a reversal edge instead. And he tried to go for the low.
Yeah, ducks and do it again.
Nice. I like that. Yeah. I like that.
That was a great delay. That is what you need to do against a player like CJ, who is quite defensive. If you do slight delays, that's going to open up and take advantage of those defensive plays that you're going for.
It's a very good idea just in terms of just adding layers to your offense, especially when you're dealing with a defensive player. That's one of the main strengths that Amy has, is that, yeah, you could make it a bit more complicated. I tend to make her offense a bit more complicated, but the fact of the matter is, you don't really have to do that. Amy's stuff is good in and of itself, whether you know the matchup or not.
Very bad situation to be in for Florida Man, and yeah, that whip's gonna take it. CJ's
yeah, he just doesn't know where to go when Amy's in his face. I don't blame him. It's not easy. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, the tracking.
Yeah. I don't think they've actually nerfed that tracking, which is weird.
Yeah, it's crazy. Gotta go to the sidestep. No, not gonna get it.
Yep, just making it very awkward, just forcing Florida Man to stay in defensive mode the whole time.
And he doesn't really have the life for it. CJ's pretty okay with making him come to him.
Alright, I'm wondering if CJ's gonna start, if he gets the opportunity to mid-parry the projectiles when Hao's in Soul Charge. That is something that's unique that Amy can do. Oh, yep.
Ooh, nice. Hits him with the clap.
Oh, no, you can't do that against Hao. Okay. Hao's back dash is simply too... Oh, wow, that was no damage at all! Oh, no!
Failed like crazy.
Is he dead? Oh, he's dead. Dude, that did literally... Like, we talked about 4AA getting nerf damage. That was significantly less than... That was, I assume, not what he wanted, because that was no damage at all.
I think he tried to whip punish with the heavy slash, but he was late on it, so then it just guard broke. Yeah, he tried to go for the whip punish heavy slash.
Alright, definitely wants another stage. A stage that would give him significantly more room to run around.
Or Steinsberg. Or
okay.
It's not too bad.
This is about as neutral as it gets.
Yeah, pretty much.
You're gonna still have to deal with ringouts. Arguably, both these characters have okay ringouts. Actually, CJ would say that Amy's ringouts are really, really good. He's probably right. But yeah, it's just he's having a tough time figuring out exactly how to deal with this kind of this pressure that CJ is doing here.
Yeah, it looks like Florida Man is going for a lot of preemptive options there as well. Like that 228 wasn't a whip punish attempt. He kind of went for it.
4KK. I feel like that's not what CJ wanted, but we'll take it.
Yeah.
One tool that I feel like Florida Man could potentially be using a little bit more is that 4-4K is going to get away from all of this tech crowd stuff. It looks like that's exactly what he just tried and it didn't work out, so maybe I should shut up, I don't know.
Yeah.
Ooh, he tried to run after -12. Not so much, Mr. Man.
Nope. CJ taking a lot of advantage. The fact that Florida Man isn't capitalizing on a lot of situations. Okay, throw is not a terrible whip punish in that situation.
No. Yeah, you never know with aiming. But that being said, 4B when it whiffs is like you're out there for days, so you can do all kinds of stuff. Ooh, he was so nervous about the tracking that was recently nerfed. Gets a good punish.
Yeah, I think he could have got more. Like
that is not what he wanted.
No. That's, yeah, not, Power doesn't really get too much off -16 block punishes.
Yeah, basically, what I tended to do when I played How was just do 6B into Warrior's Focus mix-up.
Yeah, I'd like to see more Warrior Focus mix-ups.
Yeah.
Like, we saw him go for it twice, he went for the mid, but he's not really opening it up with the low.
He hasn't necessarily... CJ has not provided him any information to make him think that he knows how to deal with Warrior's Focus. So, like, 6B on hit, you could, as far as I know, still GI both the low and the mid. Options in Warrior's Focus, but that's not even something that I necessarily have in my hands at the moment, let alone CJ.
And CJ is testing Florida Man. He's trying to get reactions out of him, right? He went for the first part of that string, saw that he was twitch ducking, and that's going to be a lot of information for CJ to keep in mind later.
Wow, run all the way up into another forward grab. Decides to go for guard damage.
Yeah, but there he goes, creating that whiff punish opportunity. That's what Florida Man needs to do more of.
There we go. Florida Man's slowly but surely getting into these situations where he's finally finding the gaps that CJ has in the knowledge, all of these strings that CJ doesn't necessarily have a lot of knowledge of.
Got the whiff punish for the 2-2B. Florida Man still, getting these opportunities, not capitalizing 100%, but it's still better than nothing.
I really like that jump A, by the way. That was really good. Nice duck.
Nice duck under. It's a 2B into the Warriors or the Ronin cancel.
Alright, but yeah, Florida Man's gonna be running away the whole time. Okay, he gets in. I appreciate the fact that he dropped the combo in order to get more pressure. This is smart. That's not dead yet. Okay. He's got another bar. That's not gonna be... Oh, it was, I think. Yeah, it didn't say counter hit.
No, that critical edge is much faster. I believe it's I-14.
16, I think. 16? You might be correct. I might be wrong. It is significantly faster than the original CE, but the original CE is like I-80 billion. It's 14?
Yeah,
okay, yeah. People are confirming that it's 14.
Yeah, I know, Jay.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I know.
CJ getting punished by changing the stage from about as neutral as possible to something that I would say is one of the worst options for Amy in any matchup. Now you're going to have to deal with sprinting forever.
Okay. Keeping it simple with that 6BB block punish there. CJ testing the waters to see just how negative it is, perhaps.
Ooh, somebody's getting more comfortable. Here we go. There we are.
Yeah, delaying that 2-2B, going to hit him out of that reverse resist impact.
Gets 3 roses already, jumps the high. And that's not gonna... It is gonna ring out. He's... Okay, so, for the most part, AMSKA will knock out people who are, like, bigger characters. Weird to say, but for the most part, smaller characters, it doesn't work that way. So it's interesting to note that How is considered that way.
Yeah, definitely. I like him finally going for these Warrior focuses. Yeah. He needs to do more of it. You need to get CJ in these mix-up situations. Okay, that's nice delayed throw.
No, it's not!
He didn't confirm it! All you have to do is press 2A+B! Florida Man, no!
Guess that 4AA. Oh, man, dealing with red and you're down around. That is a no-go. Okay, good.
Nice interrupt with the 2B.
Nice punish. Block and punish. Whoa! Yeah, like he canceled out of AMS so quickly.
I like CJ delaying as well. He goes for the delay, sidestep 4AA, throwing off Florida Man's timing.
Just raw 3B, huh? Alright. Gonna spend bar here? Ooh, gets the duck.
Mix it up. Yeah, but he's been going for a lot of throws in similar situations, like that micro step into the throw. He's been hitting them with that a lot. So the fact that he mixed it up with the micro step... okay.
He just sprinted at him. Did he forget which side he was on?
I don't know.
But the one thing that I really appreciate is the fact that when Florida Man is in Soul Charge, nice with the low parry K catching the parry.
Yeah, this is a fast round.
Jeez.
Oh my god, perfect.
But
CJ,
yeah.
what an answer back.
Something that I really like that Florida Man is doing is that he's going for a lot of that heavy slash kind of pressure when he's in Soul Charge. Well, I guess when he's not in Soul Charge as well, because it's a force block in some situations and has a cancel when he's in Soul Charge, so it makes it very difficult for somebody who doesn't know the matchup to deal with it.
Well, even out of sight of Soul Charge, it does have a reverse mix-up on it.
Yeah.
So he can Ronin cancel it.
Ooh. That's very important information for Florida Man to realize. He did 6B on block into Warrior's Focus. CJ respected it, which you don't have to do.
Nice two-way challenge. Go hits him out of the air with the Senpu.
Ooh, tried to projectile. I assume that was something else, but I don't know what it would have been.
I like the attempt on the delayed throw.
And
CJ, huge advantage here. Yes, it is. Great delayed timing, and CJ's getting so much mileage out of that.
Man, this set is going by blisteringly quick. Oh wait, he went character select. Going to Nightmare?
Perhaps. He does play quite a few different characters, and Nightmare used to be his main, so it wouldn't surprise me if he kind of went back to that, because definitely armor is a pretty big boon that Nightmare has, but maybe he's just taking a breather here as well, right?
It depends on how you use the Nightmare armor, it's important to note, because there are plenty of situations where it really doesn't do much at all. Against Amy, it has to be done in particular portions. I'm just going to double check just to make sure. Florida Man saying that he's getting a lot of input errors, but unfortunately there's not much that I can do about that. We specifically did the Iowa server so that you'd be able to play. I don't know what to tell you. I hope it'll be okay. He'll be okay. But I definitely know that Nightmare is a matchup that CJ has had difficulty with in the past. I believe he's gotten a bit better with it in recent days. So happy to hear and see that. Let me see if there's like additional conversation going on.
Yeah, the Nightmare versus Amy matchup is definitely it's kind of a polarizing one where it's like Amy's going to hit you a lot, and then you're going to hit her one time and essentially make up all of the damage that she's been doing to you.
Yeah, he's talking about the fact that he's trying to do that horizontal high slash, and but instead he's getting like the projectile instead. It is important to note to anybody who's watching the stream, when we always provide the opportunity to test out the connection and to test out whatever needs to be done before these sets go live. Florida Man has played on the Iowa server before, so I guess he just was under the assumption that he'd be A-okay, but, you know, it's always best to do as much preparation as you can.
Yeah. Also, the input there, right? So I believe the horizontal high slash is like a forward, down, forward, right?
Yeah, 623, yeah.
Yeah, it's like 623.
Oh,
and
God,
the other one is just quarter circle forward.
Or it can just be forward and projectile. You can do the shortcut, too.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, there is a Nightmare.
So he decides to go with Nightmare. To give you guys an idea, this is about as polarizing of a matchup as humanly possible, where Amy has the ability to be in control of the tempo of the match constantly for easily well over 90% of the match, but the millisecond, especially on a stage like this, the millisecond that Nightmare has control, it's real bad news.
I really appreciate that you just said what I said. Again.
Oof, just running up and hit him with the egg.
Yeah. That terror charge off that revenge.
Yeah, you saw how, like, the 3A got absorbed by the armor, but then Amy effectively had initiative yet again. Ooh, decides to go for the, ooh, okay.
Yeah, we've seen that one before. You always take the front grab there. It was going to kill you. Oh, nice lethal hit whiff punish. And those are those situations we were talking about, right? Nightmare, he just has the power to, if he makes the correct guess, you know, you duck the high, you get that huge reward.
See, in that situation right there, you see that CJ is being a little bit more defensive when his 3A gets absorbed, but he doesn't actually have to do that. He could just do 3A again.
Yeah, and then Florida Man going for that Hail Mary 6-6K, wasted terror charge on it.
Gets a pretty solid combo here. Amy does not have red roses just yet. There we go. So now, once you get red roses, this becomes significantly more difficult because 4BB beats all armor. Oh, okay. Yellow guard gauge. Okay.
Oh, yeah, not quite.
Not quite there.
In time. Yeah, not quite there. It's harder for Nightmare versus 6-6A to deal with it versus like his fellow big sword boy, Siegfried.
Yeah. 66A and AMSA can be quite difficult for Nightmare to deal with the fact that he doesn't have an I-12 to even punish, so they're basically free get-ins outside of dealing with armor.
Yeah.
You can see Amy shoving that 4BB in his face as much as possible. Oh shit.
Yeah, nice soul attack. It's terror charge, counter soul charge, and knock him all the way away. But it's okay, Floorman doesn't really need to rush in.
Oh.
And that's that was weird. I've never seen the move not fully do that.
Oh, he's dead. That's soul charge AMSA plus B. Yeah, whenever I'm Amy against Nightmare, if I trade bar for bar, just in terms of like neither of us do anything with our bar, I feel like, oh, thank God.
Okay, get them with a nice lower stance mix up. What? How did you drop a 2A plus B?
Yo, that AMSB tracking! They nerfed it.
There it goes for Flapjack. Getting get soul charged away.
It's gonna be a full combo. Is he gonna get the grab? He decides to stay on the ground. That's important information for CJ to remember.
No, not a punish.
Ooh, nice duck.
See, he wastes this terror charge. He would have been able to get the kill. Okay, there we go. Gets the duck. I don't agree with Florida Man always spending the terror charge immediately, not even like attempting to hit confirm it sometimes. Like he just throws it out. Yeah,
I wonder if he's just really feels like he's taking appropriate bets, but I'm not necessarily sure if that's going to be working out.
No, CJ's seen that one before. Florida Man, that's like the second or third time he's gone for that immediate 6BB.
214A is a force block here. He decides not to go for it. He goes for 4BB instead, which is going to be all armor, and then immediately goes into 4AA, which is going to catch the movement plus the armor. So yeah, real tough stuff to deal with.
Yeah, definitely that's a hard spot for Nightmare to be in, right? Those 4AA becomes such a great tool for Amy to have, because it's going to just cleanly beat that armor.
Now that being said, if he ends up blocking it, Nightmare has the biggest punish in the entire game, and that sucks.
Yeah. I would like to see Florida Man not just run in and use his huge range advantage that he has with Nightmare. Like ABA, AGA are phenomenal moves to keep Amy out, as well as like A slide B. Amy can't really do too much about that move if it's spaced correctly.
Yeah, not really. Oh my god, dude, these 3Bs. That has got to be the third time that I've seen a 3B just totally crush Nightmare's sidestep. So real bad luck from Florida Man. Ooh, I like the full crouch 3K. Again, another minus 12 thingamajig.
And again, now, huh? Yeah, Florida Man just going immediately towards Amy, which is the position you don't really want to be in.
Yeah, basically no character. Maybe Taki is basically the only character that would be interested in being in front of Amy. But Nightmare is kind of the exact opposite of the character that would want to do something like that. So I'm curious to know like why he would want to play it so aggressively.
Yeah, he went for the whip punish, didn't quite get it in time. You see, like he's using all these forward movement options to get in CJ's face and trying to force mix-ups, but when you guess wrong, Amy's exactly where she wants to be.
Yeah.
It's time to end this.
Oh, okay.
Okay, that's one way to do it.
I mean, if he was wrong about that, he could have gotten 4AA counter hit and then he was out of the stage.
Yeah, but he gambled it.
Yeah, you might as well.
Yeah.
He's got terror charge still.
It'd be huge if he just plays it smart and backs away, or go in for stance mixes. No perfect guards.
Ooh, tried to get a tech trapping kind of thing?
Maybe?
Again, I really do like how CJ is throwing 4BB as much as possible into Nightmare's face. Definitely makes sense. Alright, he's trying to go for stance mix-ups now. Okay, well.
Yeah,
well.
CJ has
no, wait, that's not going to ring out!
No, not the right angle for it.
That would have. Nice. Oh, he doesn't get his hit.
He was probably scared because that move is a huge hitbox.
Yeah, not to mention it also couples with the mid parry.
AGA? Oh, he didn't get it! Oh, that's unfortunate. That is, maybe against Amy doesn't function properly because she is so small.
It's certainly possible. A lot of stuff falls away on her. Oh, okay.
Nice! There, that's what we need to see more of. We need to see more of him just baiting out these whip opportunities when he does have plus frames. That's exactly how you play this matchup.
Yeah, significantly more defensively. One thing that he could be doing a lot more is also the crouch grabs, too.
Yep.
See, like, a crouch grab would have worked there, as opposed to the regular grab, which very much does not.
Yeah, goes to raw armor, doesn't get anything out of it.
Man, he's being too vertical heavy. He's getting caught with a lot of that kind of stuff.
And he's just going for these hard reads without any sort of, like, setup for it. It's not like he's, like, throwing CJ consistently to bait out these, like, ducks or anything. he's just kind of going for these Hail Mary callouts because he needs to make a big play happen.
Trying to go for that really heavy punish on the 2-2 AA, but it's not. He just doesn't have the range for it.
Nope.
Ooh, tech crouch. Can't punish it because it's Nightmare.
And those are the situations where A slide B is such a great move that Nightmare has. And he stands up into it. Oh,
it looks
no,
like
he wouldn't have been able to punish it anyway.
Well, he could have just kept ducking, and then he would have gotten a wall rising punish because the second 2 hits are highs.
That is true.
I feel like that's what he meant to do, and then it just got it ended up getting flubbed.
Potentially, I think he stood up into the one part of it.
Yeah.
Did it a little too preemptively. Gonna go back to character select.
Going back to Hal, so I guess Nightmare was a bit too. We switched back to. Yeah, I don't know so much about switching back to the menu, so now the scores. I really hope that I have the scores down correctly because I tend to look at the scores every once in a while from the match.
I think it was.
I have 6-1 for CJ, and I'm assuming that is the case. Chat, you can let me know if that's incorrect.
Cool. Did you... CJ just won that last game, so
Yep.
Did you include that?
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, it looks like the Nightmare was just, I suppose, a little bit too rusty. Goes with Hal. Gets another relatively neutral stage, though a bit smaller.
Yeah, one of the closest starting positions out of any stage in the game. That's something to keep in mind.
I did not know that.
Well, it's because I'm here, Jay.
Hey, that's why I picked the best of them.
Yep.
The only professional Soul Calibur commentator we have.
Yeah.
Oof.
The only profession. Never mind.
I appreciate the stop, and that's why you're a professional.
Yeah.
Solid stuff. Whips the first shoulder, decides to go with the next shoulder. Okay.
Nice. Gets a lethal hit. Back off. There's a Warriors Focus mix up to CJ staying on the ground. It's okay, not out of this one yet.
Okay. Lot of spaghetti in that round, holy hell.
I like that Florida Man was going for the Warriors Focus mix. CJ just stayed on the ground, but that shouldn't deter him, and I hope it doesn't.
Nice punish. I thought that he was recovering crouching, so the wall rising BB wouldn't have worked.
Okay.
Got our first bar. Decided to go with that 4B plus K, Shades of Link Orders.
Nice, whip punish to the 2-2B. Big damage coming off. Yep, solid amount on that whip punish. There's the Warriors Focus. I like to see that. It's block,
nice.
And again, Warriors Focus. This is what we were talking about earlier, Jay, where
Definitely.
he needs to start going into this. He needs to get CJ to have that in his mind. And that's going to open up more opportunities. He went for the lethal hit there. CJ not going to give it to him.
Yeah, I mean, if he's not going to be blocking it, if he's not really comfortable with it, and he's not REing, and he's not GIing, he's just going to eat it every time, it's very similar to what happens when you're playing Amy and you find out that your opponent doesn't even know, like, anything about the parry mix-ups. Grab was a little bit slow. It is important to note that the BBB string doesn't really work against Amy. You can actually, if you block the first 2 Bs, I'm pretty sure you can 6BB and interrupt.
That was a crazy high parry
Yeah.
on that throw, and I hope it was intentional, because that was crazy.
I'd be willing to bet that it was, because we've seen a lot of grabs in those situations.
Yeah, he goes for the mental frame trap in rage on that double shoulder tackle by not completing the string, but CJ just mashes out of it anyway.
One thing that CJ could be doing to try and deal with these, like, 2-2 AA on hit into Warriors Focus mix-ups is going for, like, 6-6A, which would potentially at least force Haomaru to continue to block, and would potentially beat, like, if you try to, like, move around, or it would just straight up beat Warriors Focus, because he'll get hit. He goes low, like, CJ thinks that there's going to be a low out of the 2-2A string every single time.
Yeah, I mean, it is like a mix-up, right? And he's
Yeah, it
just
is.
not reacting to... He's not reacting to it, he just gets it.
Yeah, I get hit up by it all the time.
Nice, gets him with the critical edge. Great use of meter. It is always important, when you have the bar and it kills, you should just spend it.
Yeah. 2 bars to 1, but Amy meter, unless she gets a soul attack, isn't really that important.
No.
Meanwhile, rage explosion potential, you just have to make sure that you're not going to get wrung out, right? Oh, he doesn't duck it, but he does get a punish. Actually, he gets like the best punish. 6-6K.
Senpu.
Oh wait, he just spent his bar, so he's not going to have rage explosion. Oh no.
Yeah, I mean, it's possible, you know, you could get above bar, but it would require 2 lethal hits, and that would essentially just kill him.
Yeah.
I am having
Yeah, at this point, it's going to be one way or the other.
Yep. Nice
Overwhelming
2-8
him.
challenge. Yeah, spends this bar meter right now.
Florida Man immediately goes full screen. Whoa,
Yeah.
hey, I don't know about that. Oh, I kind of really wish that he didn't go in here.
Yeah, I really don't agree with that. That no coming through. No whiff punish. This is down to the wire. Red guard gauge.
Lucky
Banks it
ducky.
all. Yep. Banks it all on that 1K.
Yeah, I don't know
think
about
that was
being aggressive there. That was, I don't know.
that was a hard spot to be in for Florida Man. He almost threw that away. And I think he just needs to be a bit more patient. And that's something that, like, kind of translates through him just as a player. He can be kind of impatient.
Yeah, for sure. Ends up getting
Nice
the
punish.
4-6B. I appreciate that. Nice AMS cancel. Try and get that sidestep. Going for that high. Definitely the way to go when somebody knows about the matchup.
Yeah, it's a great way to keep that mix-up kind of safe.
Going for the 6BB punish as opposed to something a little bit stronger. Okay.
Oh, wow. Nice disrespect. He delayed it too much! Oh, because the last
Florida
time
Man
CJ
went to
stayed on the
Yomi
ground.
level like 85 when CJ just stuck
Yeah.
at 3.
Yep. He's like, I'm just gonna stay on the ground for a minute. Okay, gets the block punish.
See, honestly, I feel like the best whiff punish or the best block punish that Florida Man could do in that situation would be to go 6 beyond hit into Warrior's Focus. It wouldn't
Yeah,
do as much like damage if you were wrong, but
I like that CJ just presented himself into that throw with the
Yep.
2B. He's like, alright, here you go.
nice block and gets
Yep.
that punish, and there we go. We got red. So even if he loses this round, he's probably not really going to care. Catching that 4-4K, it's just not working out.
No, it's not gonna get the throw. Ooh, pixel away.
Real
In
tough
the lane.
situation.
Yeah, it didn't complete the string.
I appreciate the fact that CJ's being defensive after 2-2 AA on hit, because there's not really a whole lot that Amy can try to throw out there. No punish. Ew.
It's wide open.
Gets the mix up with the 1B into soul attack. I like the meter usage here. Into a real mix.
Man, he's getting so many counter hits in that. Nice, and that's gonna not. Oh, he decides to go with that. He thought he was gonna. Oh,
Wow, what a crazy sequence.
fancy schmancy, fancy schmancy. Come on,
I
do this.
almost hope that I wish that they didn't immediately skip out because that was a 6 read
Yeah.
that CJ went for. And that's really just like what it was. He just had it in his brain. He knew that Florida Man was going to stay on the ground.
Yeah, yeah. It is important to know that is not a combo. That is just straight
No.
up two guys playing Soul Calibur. Ooh, 4-4K.
Yeah,
After
presses
1K.
buttons after it. Wow. CJ getting a lot of counter hit opportunities.
2-2K is a transition into stance that we haven't seen Florida Man use all that much, and it's a pretty safe one. I definitely think it's a good idea to use it a little bit more. Nice block.
Okay, there we go. He took advantage of CJ mashing. Okay, goes with the Rose.
Oh boy. Wow, he
Look
got
at his
his
meter.
roses again.
Hey, look at the meter advantage right now. Almost 2 bars for CJ because of all his lethal hits.
Good luck.
Yeah, that's what happens when you end up getting all red roses in the first round. It's pretty bad news for you.
Definitely a hard spot to be in.
I mean, he's getting a little bit of damage in these kinds of situations, but CJ has been on fire with some of these blocks.
Yeah, it definitely has been. I think it's because Florida Man's kind of in like a rhythm of like a flow chart that
Yeah.
he's going for this offense.
Yeah, I agree. Ooh, nice duck, but I kind of wish the punish was there. He's got a red guard gauge. He definitely doesn't want to use it. Well, I guess maybe he does want to use it now. If I'm CJ, I'm going to try to get him to use his guard break in this round.
Yeah, like you're kind of. I would be okay with taking the guard break.
Wow,
Low?
of
Okay.
course. Yeah, because he doesn't want to use it, right?
Yep.
Unfortunately,
Yeah,
I think
gonna say.
this would be if Florida Man, I think this would be a great round to try and press that guard break.
Oh, for sure.
All right, because if you can get up that round, this is a huge round in the set, being up 2 rounds.
Yeah, you see how he dropped the I-12 punish so that he could go for like more guard damage.
Yeah, but
Didn't
it didn't
work
matter.
out, but still,
gets
I thought it was a
counter-hit.
good idea. I don't know.
Yeah, he is mashing a lot in situations where you don't really want to mash because your back
Right.
to the edge and Amy's can ring you out, and she's just a faster character.
It's important to note that CJ does not seem comfortable at all dealing with bare knuckle. I wonder if Florida Man's going to be able to find an opportunity to use that.
Yeah, I don't know. He hasn't really used it at all in this set so far.
The one time he used it, he got the RI, so I don't know why he would want to not get into the same situation again. That's not what he wanted. This is gonna kill, but he's gonna be at a frame. Wait, is this gonna kill?
This might not kill.
No, I don't think it will.
Wow.
2-2-A.
Went for the Ronin cancel, but not the right option.
Alright. No. Okay.
Alright. Yeah, I feel like he needs to just capitalize better. When he does get this guard break opportunity, he is going for like the highest scaling guard break.
Yeah. I mean, off of the uppercut, you're gonna get really high scaling whatsoever. I just feel like he may be getting a little bit of tunnel vision when it comes to what's gonna guard break and what's not.
Yeah.
Are we actually gonna get to see Rage? No. I guess Rage Explosion isn't all that good. What do I know? I don't know. Run all the way up.
Big damage off that throw.
Boy, howdy, and well, it looks like CJ's gonna get another bar potentially.
Yeah, but great opportunity for Florida Man to close it out before he gets the bar, but he gets the meter.
Nice hit.
These techniques.
Gonna get the knockdown here.
No, I guess it was before the animation of the move was actually starting up, but fantastic stuff by CJ. You know, he has not been a guy, I feel like I am not being arrogant by saying that I am one of, if not the only Amy players to really focus on parry mix-ups during pressure to such a significant degree, but CJ has been doing it just in spades. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, he's definitely been taking advantage of that, and also taking the advantage of the fact that Florida Man is just kind of flow-charting his offense, right? He's going for like the low stomp in the exact same situations. I think he needs to start playing CJ more and not playing Hamaru, or like his Hamaru. Right. Going for things like even just more throws. Like Hamaru's throws are pretty strong, and not rushing in when he has these advantageous situations. Yeah. Right. We saw it in a few rounds where he has a big life advantage, and then he's full screen, and then he just sprints forward and puts himself range 0 against Amy, which don't really want to be against. Nobody wants to do that. Nobody scraps better than Amy. Again, maybe Taki if she was 100% on point. I've never seen anybody able to do that kind of thing. But also in just terms of small details, we talked about it before, a lot of the stance kind of stuff, CJ does not seem wholeheartedly familiar with. No. He needs to start taking advantage of the fact that CJ is kind of ignorant in the matchup.
Yeah, Warrior's Focus, not really doing a whole lot, and Bare Knuckle, I don't see him having any experience with that whatsoever. He does, so the main way to deal with the RI, right, is to do kicks. So, for instance, Amy 6's K is amazing at dealing with the bare knuckle stance, but he just delays stuff and kind of hopes that it works, which is going to lose to, like, the I-10 and the gut punch and all that kind of stuff.
Yep.
Whew, 4K, jumping over 6B, I guess.
Yep.
Nice block.
But he doesn't complete the string.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Smart. He didn't need to, because if it was going to work, it was going to kill anyway.
Yep.
3 roses already, but he did lose the first round.
Oh, had the whiff punish opportunity, but didn't quite capitalize.
It's difficult with Amy, even offline. She recovers so goddamn quickly on so many of her things. It can be backing up for How could be considered a whiff punish.
Yeah, it definitely could be, but gonna get counter hit, leading to all this pressure right now. In rage, ducking under the throw with 3A. CJ is in total control of the round.
BB.
Yep, just do it.
One thing that I've noticed that CJ is doing a lot that Florida Man isn't really handling all that well, so 4BB on block is -10. A character like Nightmare and a character like Hao can't really do much about it, but he goes for a grab almost every single time, and CJ has been doing 4BB on block into 3A, which is, I mean, it's an I-14 at -10, so that's an I-24. You can do a lot of stuff to that. It's not necessarily grab.
Unfortunately,
Aggressive soul charge, I like this.
Yeah, that's where playing the player is sometimes more important than just playing the character.
Right. It's something that you don't really get to see in SC6 as much as I would like, which is one of the reasons why Amy is the best character in the game.
Yeah.
It's the only character that truly allows you to just be like, no, you're going to have to play my game, and if I 100% know what you're going to do, I can punish it.
Yep.
Yo, all the way up there, 2-2 AA.
Yeah, I think that's where 2-2A is a bit better of a move.
Yeah.
When you can like see that your opponent is moving,
Right.
instead of just like an approach tool or like a preemptive like move.
Well, now that being
With
said,
no-
it kind of goes to what we were talking about before. He ran all the way up there and did 2-2-AA. Meanwhile, I feel like if you were to talk to like somebody like Jimbonator, he would have just said like, well, why don't I just stay full screen because I'm Hao and he's Amy.
Yeah.
Oh, he tried to delay his get up just enough to where he didn't have to deal with that grab. Fantastic pickup. Run up AAA. It's difficult for Hao to deal with that.
Definitely is. Nice delayed throw. Gets the break.
Oh, that's not what he wanted. There's no way. No, it is. It is. Sorry, I got the rounds mixed up.
Oh, he was laid on the pawn, Ethan.
I agreed with the idea of using Rage Explosion there to end the game right then, right there. But, yeah, using those tech crouches, CJ already in a pretty heavy lead in this last round. No
He does
rage
have
stuff at all.
almost 2 bars. Yeah, no rage, but 2 bars a meter almost.
Nice punish. That's -10. That's -14. He could have gotten something there.
Okay, there we go. Going into the Warriors focus. I think that was a cool option that we should need to see more of, Florida Man.
Yeah.
Before it's too late.
It's gonna be too late pretty soon too. He
Yeah,
went for a grab
yeah.
after 4BB on block again. If CJ had just gone for the option that he's been doing, wow, okay, Mr. Man.
Yeah, it goes to the backswing blow in that
Nice.
4A. I think that's is that it? Or is
No,
it
that's
9?
9.
9? Okay.
9-2 now.
It's such a cruel world.
Video games are too easy.
Whew, boy, oh boy. Florida Man definitely has some things that he can do, but just in terms of his overall insistence on being aggressive against the best aggressive character in the game, or at least tied with the best aggressive character in the game with Raph, I don't know. No, you can't RE during post GI stuff with Amy. It beats nothing. You want a GI again. Okay, does he get a ring out here? He doesn't even get
No.
a combo. It looks like Florida Man's getting a little bit tilted. One, because his inputs are getting kind of screwed up, and two, because Amy is very very frustrating to deal with.
Yep, and yeah, it is first round Red Rose.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's literally the best case scenario to be an Amy player is
Yeah.
getting Red Rose perception and also winning
And
the
the
first
round,
round.
yeah.
Yeah, that's okay. Heavy slash.
Yeah, didn't get that punish on that 6-2-3. Okay.
Didn't duck the string, so that should be knowledge for Florida Man to go for. Is that CG doesn't know to duck that high.
That was a hell of a thing. He just stayed on the ground the entire time, and CJ was just flummoxed at the end of it. He was just like, whoa, wow, really? That's your
Side switch.
grounded combo. Oh, man. These players getting significantly more tight as time goes on. Nice duck. Nice duck again.
Yeah, gets the block punish.
Even though it didn't work, I still respect it.
On guard.
Yep, 6B is a really good move. Nice block!
Oh no.
3A again,
Okay.
and it beat the slight sidestep into 1K. If you'd just gone for, like... I really feel like if Florida Man was blocking 4BB and then just went straight raw 3B in some of these spots, he would just be crushing him. Oh my god, speaking of
That was
crushing
a
him.
great call out from Master CJ.
Yeah. Nice duck, holy hell, CJ.
And he punished it. Backswing blow.
And that's it.
That's it. Wow.
Whee!
CJ taking it 10-2.
Man, oh man. Good stuff to CJ. You know, Florida Man, I think that if he had, obviously he's having a bit of tough times with regards to his buttons, but also at the same time, he's having a tough time with the sheer amount of aggression that he has to deal with regards to Amy, and it can be a very difficult matchup when you're not fully comfortable just effectively pressing 4 the entire time and just doing 6B. I really feel like that's how Hao is going to have to deal with that. 6B and 2-2-AA are going to have to be the moves that you're using most often.
Yeah, definitely.